Welcome, I'm Lizzie Brooks, and this is a 15-minute heart and shoulder opening practice. Thank you so much for joining me. We don't have a lot of time, but we don't need a lot of time to really impact this area. So come on and join me on your mat. Hi. So I welcome you to grab a blanket or a towel to prop your hips a little bit higher up on if that feels more comfortable to you, so that the lumbar has a nice neutral curve and you're not sort of rounding back here. So bring your hands to your heart. Take a deep breath in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Do that again slower this time. Inhale slowly, fully. This time, sigh it out and shake the arms out. Interlace the fingers behind the head. Inhale, lift the sternum, open the elbows a little bit wider. Exhale, round the spine, drape the head, draw the elbows in and down. Inhale, roll the shoulder blades back, lift the heart, expand. Exhale, round in. One more time like that. Inhale to lift and bloom open. Exhale, round, round, round down. Inhale, open it wide. Reach the arms out to the side. Turn your palms up. Now bring the hands slightly lower than the shoulders and plug the thumbs back behind you. You can even take the arms even lower than that if that feels like it's a better angle. Lift the sternum, inhale. Exhale, float the arms down and roll the shoulders around a few times. You can go both directions. You can do one and then the other, like you're super cool. I was like you're gonna do a breakdance move. I don't think that's breakdancing. I could be wrong, but I could be right. Come to an all fours position. This time I would pad your knees with your blanket or towel. Bring your hands onto the floor. Oops, I'm gonna fix my, this is called a microphone, Liz. I'm gonna fix my microphone a little bit better there. And come to an all fours position. Now from here, we're going to slide the shoulder blades onto the back and then press the mid back onto the ceiling and take the shoulder blades on more to the side body. Draw the torso down as the shoulder blades come more onto the back, and then puff up and round so they come more to the sides. One more time, just delaminating under the scapula, drawing the torso down, and then rounding up. Come to more neutral, tuck your toes, and let's go into our first downward facing dog. Obviously, this is more for the shoulders and the heart opening, but we want to make sure we're not completely neglecting the lower half of the body. So let's pedal it out here. Give some love to the hamstrings. Turn your heels in, press your heart more through the arms than in a classic downward dog. So basically, a heart opener here. And then turn your toes in and keep pressing the heart back. So we get the external rotation and now the internal rotation of the hips as we're opening the heart and the shoulders. Breathe. Heels straight back, lower the knees slowly down, core musculature, or basically the organs draw towards the spine. Turn your fingertips towards your knees and breathe here. If this is too much, go back to classically where you were with the fingers forward. You can shift the hips back any amount if you want to increase that stretch across the underside of the forearms. And then back to your all fours position. Bring your left hand to your waistline. Make the knees slightly wider than hips, very slightly. Inhale, lengthen the spine out of the pelvis. Exhale, take a mini baby twist to the left. So there's a lot happening in the back, through the core. Breathe here, and only lift that left arm if it really adds to the experience in a positive way. Inhale here. Exhale, unfurl that left hand down to the mat. Recalibrate your stance, and then bring your right hand to the waistline. Grow out of the pelvis. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, baby twist to the right. And here's where you make that informed choice of whether or not that right arm goes up. You're trying not to hike that lower shoulder up to your ear, but roll it more onto the back. Inhale. exhale, hand comes down. Second downward facing dog, please. Pedal it out through here, through the legs. And move your prop of your blanket or your towel off to the side. And lower the knees down. And shift the legs forward and give them a shake. Shake them out, rotate through the ankles and the toes. And we're gonna do something really weird but super impactful for the shoulders. You're going to bring your feet in front of you, knees bent. Feet are about hips distance apart. Scoot your hips towards your heels. What's gonna happen when you do that is the head of the shoulder is gonna kind of tilt forward and down. That's what we want. Bend your elbows and maybe scoot even further forward to increase that rotation forward and down. Very, very awkward, but gets into that shoulder and in a way that we're not used to. And then from here, to increase the stretch on the shoulder, you can draw the low back down towards the floor and keep curling the shoulders in. It should look really weird. And then if you want to change this up even more, take the right shoulder and point it a little to the left knee. Come back to center. Take the left shoulder, point it a little towards the right knee. Back to center. One more time. Twist very slightly. Center, twist, and center. Now roll all the way down onto your back, hug the knees in, rock side to side. Bring the soles of the feet down, scoop the belly out so that the low back touches the floor. So just get that low back onto the floor, glue it there. Take your arms up, turn the palms first in to face one another. Keep the belly rooting in so the low back stays down, and bend your elbows 90 degrees until they still face. Okay, keep that 90-degree bend and now lift the back of the arms away from the floor until the fingers touch down behind you and then back down. You've got this, it's like you're holding a block. And in fact, if you have a block or a pillow or something you can hold on to, that might make this a little bit easier to keep that 90 degrees. You're gonna tap that down and slowly tap the back of the arms down. Now, if you lose the low back like this and you go more into the lift, this will make it less obvious what's happening in the shoulders. So glue the low back down, find your breath, and go back and forth here. Now, if you want to add a different work in the shoulders, take the arms straight, and this will probably be a little more demanding because it's a longer lever as you keep the low back down, so there's core work going on with the shoulder isolated work as well. One more time, reach that block back and all the way back up and come all the way up to seated. Now, how we're going to do that is we're going to reach the legs forward long, reach the block or invisible block up, and try to peel ourselves all the way up. If that doesn't work, don't worry about it. But then at the top of this, lift the arms up. So we're really opening the shoulders and working the back. Breathe here. 3, 2, 1. Take the block or invisible block down to the side. Bring the knees back behind you and come onto your forearms this time. Bring your forearms down, knees are roughly beneath the shoulders, and do your cat-cow rounding and rounding back the other direction from all fours. That will change the work in the shoulders. It might feel like you have a smaller range of movement. You likely do, and that's to be expected. And thread your breath through this movement, opening all the area around the heart and the shoulders. One more time, rounding in and opening back up. And then from here, come into your all fours position, transition into your downward facing dog. Widen your feet. And you might have to take the feet a little closer to your hands to get more of the surface area of the feet down. Press your left hand down and forward, and then maybe you'll take the option to cross underneath you with your right hand to touch any side of the left leg, broadening here and taking that twist. Shoulder blades are rolling onto the back. And imagining that as you breathe, you're making space for your heart. Right hand comes back down. If you took that variation, press down and forward with the right hand, press the heart back, cross underneath you, and touch with your left hand, any side of the right leg. Breathing here. Reach your sitting bones straight back behind you rather than swaying off to one side or the other. Left hand comes back down. Feet come your classic distance away. Look to the top of your mat and take a hanging plank transition with the right knee coming in and up to create a low lunge. Fingertips on either side. Wake up the legs, plug the femur heads into the pelvis, reach forward and up or to the sides and up as you come up. Palms turn forward, elbows draw back, open your heart. And again, now we give something to the hips too. Breathing here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lean forward and reach the arms back behind you, palms facing up. You can either touch the thumbs together or keep the arms separated. Inhale, reach up, opening and lifting the arms. Exhale, lean forward, pivot the chest a little forward. Thumbs either touch or reach, and then all the way back up. Exhale, hands come down to the mat, step back into plank, breathe here, strengthening the shoulders for a bit. Downward facing dog. As you transition from hanging plank, now left knee comes forward, hanging plank, seal it down into a lunge, walk the right foot over to the right just a bit. And as you're ready, arms forward or to the sides, reach up. Turn the palms forward, elbows draw back, open the chest. Paraspinal muscles active, lighting up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take the chest forward as the arms come back, palms will face up, thumbs touch or not. Inhale, as the torso shifts up, arms come up. Exhale, torso shifts forward diagonally, arms go back, thumbs touch or just reaching the fingers. Inhale, reach the torso up and the arms up. Exhale, hands come down. Step back plank. This time, rock the heels forward and lower all the way onto the belly. Shoulder blades onto the back, tops of the feet down, and peel yourself into a baby cobra where more of the upper back is working and you're not jutting the chin forward, but rather integrating. Breathing here. Inhale. Exhale, come on down. Tuck your toes, draw your organs towards your spine, press into the hands, shift back into child's pose. Depending on how your shoulders feel, you can keep the arms forward or even go back and let the shoulder blades drape to the sides. Or you can take your elbows forward, palms together, walk them forward, thumbs back, and take the face to face down. Or even add height under the elbows to drop the chest further down, thumbs towards the spine, and that makes a little more space for where the face goes. There's a space in between the blocks here for the head. Just breathing wherever you are, whatever you've chosen, and unwinding. So we want to, when we're opening the heart and the shoulders, we want to open the structures of the shoulders, of the, everything around the rib cage, everything with the heart, but also we want to use the lungs. So it's internally happening and kind of externally around it. So we're getting more bang for our buck. Instead of just increasing the breath or instead of just moving the structures, we want to do both. So keeping that in mind, come to a seated position. Again, you might take your little height underneath you. We're almost done here. I'm already feeling better. I hope you are too. Sit up nice and tall. Now that we've really gotten into the spaciousness through the torso, especially upper torso, let's find an inhale of 5 counts and an exhale of 5 counts. And if you can't get just, all the way there to 5, don't worry about it. Just having the attention and intention to slow down the in-breath and the exhale. Finding the flesh of the lungs with a little less obstacle. Softening at the bridge of the nose, softening the area around the eyes. Take a swallow to release any tension through the throat or the jaw. Place your hands now over your heart center, one palm on the other, and connect. Go deep, deep to the center of your heart, where everything is always honest and true, where you find what matters, getting away from the surface and diving into the depth, where you have complete trust in yourself. Thank you so much for choosing this practice. It's lovely to recognize that really 15 minutes can give us so much more than I think that we might originally suspect. I appreciate you. I appreciate you showing up to my little channel, Lizzie Brooks Yoga and Fitness. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. Please hit like, leave me a comment, and I'll get back to you. Namaste.